Welcome into the top 5 Minecraft Skyblock servers of summer 2024. This is a personal handpicked list of the top 5 Minecraft Skyblock servers this year. Definitely feel free to let me know your top 5 down in the comment section. And before we get into it, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be picking one brand new subscriber that subscribes from this video and comments their username to win a $50 gift card on our top placing server. So make sure you do subscribe to enter that, and of course to catch up with any other videos that I post, because I post a whole bunch of Skyblock, prisons, all that kind of stuff here on the channel. But without further ado, let's get into our placements for the top 5 Minecraft Skyblock servers of summer 2024. So in the number 1 placement, we have AkumaMC. Now, Akuma is no stranger to this number 1 spot. This, I believe, is the second or third time now that they've had the number 1 spot here on a top 5 Skyblock servers video. So if you've seen any of my previous editions, then you should be pretty used to them. But if you haven't, then don't worry. I'm going to give you guys the rundown of exactly why this is at number 1. Now, it's also worth noting that this is a Java and a Bedrock edition server, so no matter what version of Minecraft you play on, you can join this server. All the information to join any of these servers is linked down below, so go and check that out. But essentially, AkumaMC Skyblock is a competitive and highly feature-packed version of the Skyblock game mode, built up with an intuitive quest system and a whole bunch of other really cool features that will help you get started here on the server. You can kind of just relax and kind of get into Skyblock before you start becoming competitive. One of my personal favorite things about this server is the fact that you don't really have to buy anything on it. You can pretty much get anything that you can get in the store, you can get in game for free somehow. And especially ranks and stuff, you can kind of get that just through trading and stuff in game. And make sure when you join, you use my IP, which is jenison.akumamc.net, because that will mean that I know that you guys have come from me, and I don't know, it'll just be pretty cool. So we're just going to kind of play through a little bit of the beginning of the maps and just kind of see how it goes. Now, obviously, my main Skyblock series on my channel is on this server, so this isn't my main account. We've started fresh on a completely different account just for this video, just so that you guys can see the kind of beginning steps of the server. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do to get started. I mean, you can do, I believe, /tutorial. It's not a tutorial, is it? It's /quests, and it'll bring up all the quests that you need in to get started. You can go through those to get a whole bunch of rewards, and that is pretty much how you get your start here on Skyblock. And then eventually, when you get an established island, you'll look a little bit like this right now. And this is an island which we competed for island top with. We've literally got the income to do that right now. We've got a whole advanced spawner system going on down here and everything. So there are a whole bunch of a whole bunch of traditional kind of ways to play the Skyblock map, but at the same time, there's a whole bunch of unique ones like these spawners and all that kind of stuff. So it's a very competitive map. As you guys can see, there's an island top that has weekly payouts and stuff as well. So yeah, it's a very cool version of Skyblock in my opinion. Just to list some of the features, we have /is perks on here, where you can kind of upgrade to different aspects of your island, such as island size, spawner AFK radius, crop growth speed, your cobble generator, exactly what comes out of it, your warp limit, your member limit, your generator limit. So there's all sorts of things which you guys can do to upgrade your island and increase your income. Of course, we've got a lot of custom enchants on here as well. We've got different kind of robots that you guys can place down that will do the grinding for you. You've got consumables that you can essentially use and enhance your different skills that you want to use. You've got different types of armor that will boost different aspects of your game, which are all relating to /skills, because every thing that you can do on the server in regards to grinding, mining, fishing, logging, farming, all that kind of stuff has its skill attached to it, which is actually where you get some of the best rewards on the server. Now, I'd say these maps tend to last between 6 and 8 weeks. That's my personal experience of the server. Sometimes it lasts a little bit longer as well, but like I say, it's a very competitive kind of nature of Skyblock. So with that, it does come with the regular resets, which I don't think is a bad thing, because it gives you the opportunity each season to get yourself competitive and kind of put yourself in the running. Now, this map hasn't been up for too long, so I can imagine it'll still be up for a while now. So if you guys do want to come and join and try and get yourself competitive in this season, then feel free to do that. Because the IS top resets on a weekly basis, you kind of have the opportunity to catch up with your income and then be able to go for island top, which is exactly what my island did actually. So even if you're not an established island right off the start, you can kind of get to the establish your island pretty quickly, and then you can start focusing on buying the value tickets that qualify you for the island top and all that kind of good stuff. And like I said, the economy is pretty crazy. You can pretty much get unlimited crate keys and stuff. I've literally got, you guys can see I've got hundreds just sat in here right now. It's all that kind of stuff where you don't really need to buy anything. Everything you can kind of earn. It's got battle passes and everything, which allow you to get even more insane and overpowered items. So those are just a handful of reasons why that is placed as my number 1 server server here on the list. Now, if you do want to be in with a chance of winning the top rank here on the server, which I believe is worth like, $200, then all you guys need to do is make sure you have liked this video, subscribe to the channel, join the server using my IP, which is jenazon.AkumaMC.net, and then make sure you have commented that username, because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to tell who is going to win. So yes, good luck, and let's get on to the second placement. So in at number 2 is going to be Complex Gaming. We're actually super lucky to have this kind of happen at this time, because this map has actually just reset a couple of weeks ago, so we're actually on a really fresh season here of Skyblock on Complex, and it is a server which we have visited before, and I kind of, the reason that this is at this point in the list is I really enjoy the like updated feel of like the 1.20 version of Minecraft and how they've adapted it into their Skyblock kind of setting. So just as we did on Akuma, I'm going to go ahead and kind of play through just the little like the very initial start of the server. But like I mentioned, this is a Java 1.20 plus server, so make sure that you are joining on the correct version. Technically, I mean, you can join on lower versions, but some of the textures and stuff might be messed up, so I do recommend that you join a 1.20 or above. One of the things which I've always said that they've done well on is like the custom resource pack and everything. Obviously, having everything like Complex branded and stuff is super cool, and I really do enjoy that feel as soon as you join the server. But let's go ahead and get our island actually started here. Just kind of gives you the basic, very like starting island that you kind of get on every Skyblock server, all the essential stuff that you need, and you do actually get like spawners, which I think is a really nice touch. It kind of gives you that that more like overpowered feel of Skyblock as soon as you join. Like you already kind of feel like you're a little bit established. Now, if you do get stuck and you don't really know where to start, then you could speak to the professor right at spawn, and he's going to give you kind of a little tutorial about just all the different features and exactly how they work. And it does kind of run you through this pretty in-depth tutorial, and actually is super helpful if you're a brand new player. It's just going to kind of tell you exactly what everything's about. Obviously, you want to become the richest player. That's kind of the global goal on pretty much any Skyblock server. So it has an IS top feature, and you want to be competing to become the best island. You can use /warp to navigate through all the server warps, which is pretty standard to most servers. There's obviously a shop for you to sell items, which is obviously how you become rich. That's again pretty standard. Auction house if you want to trade between like players and stuff. One of their cool features as well is filtering. You can actually filter out like the loot that you want and don't want, because I mean that has been a problem on other servers where you just get absolutely bombarded with stuff that you don't need. One of their super cool features is the Pharaoh's Tomb, which is like a PvE experience, which essentially you basically loot contraband from. So it's a very cool like addition to the Skyblock thing, so that if you're like if you don't particularly want to be grinding on your island at that particular moment, then you can go into the tomb and kind of get your loot from there as well. It's a PvP disabled area unless there's unless you're close to a PvP beacon. So it's that's kind of what I would prefer, because I don't really like PvPing. So yeah, the PvE is much more suited for me. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an example of the kind of community stuff that they have here on the server. I've just warped to someone's island that is essentially just a massive shop. You guys can see how advanced this can get, and how I don't know how nice you can make islands on here, which is one of the things that I like. Like, this is literally a shop. It's signposted for everything that you could possibly need. It's got all of these shops down here. Like, this is just a build literally on someone's island. Obviously, this is I'm nowhere near this level at this precise moment, but this is kind of where it can get to. Now, the one thing that they do have here on the server as well is MCMMO, which is actually a thing which I think is completely underrated. Like, it's something that used to be very popular in servers a long time ago, but just kind of like fizzled out. I feel like everyone stopped using it, but I don't know. I really think it's a good feature. Basically what it is like a skill system that will give you certain perks and boosts. So for example, if you take full damage, you can like level up your acrobatics skill, and that's kind of how that works. Like if I'm mining here, we should theoretically be able to get like mining MCMMO as well. And it has like abilities. So I don't know if you can see right there, it says like we require a certain amount of levels before we can use our ability. So it's just something extra which you can grind up, which is I don't know, it seems to I've always enjoyed MCMMO, so I'm glad that it's on here. It like seems to be quite an in-depth thing to be able to do as well. But yeah, servers just kind of forgot about it, so I'm glad that it's on here. So again, this is another feature of this server where you can upgrade like a whole bunch of different things on your island. It all just costs like money, so it's all about getting that income, and that's kind of how the economy works on here. So for example, you can upgrade your island size using money. You also, I believe there is also a level requirement for it. So obviously it says current level is 1. We know that our island is level 1. If you hover over like any of your island info, it will tell you what level your island is. It also says it on the right hand side there. So essentially, yeah, there's all these requirements you need, and then it's money to upgrade everything else. But it will tell you exactly what you need in order to actually level up your island. So if you go into the island levels section, you guys will see all the way up here, all the way up to level 25. It kind of tells you all of the different requirements that you need. So for example, we need to complete level 1 of the mining milestone, which if you go into island milestones will be right here. So in order to complete level 1 of the mining milestone, we would need to break 375 iron ore and 750 coal ore. So obviously these challenges are a lot easier completed when you have a whole group of people. people. It shouldn't just be done on your own, really, because I mean, Skyblock has always been a team game. But I mean, there's no harm to playing solo if you really want to. It'll just take you a little bit longer, I feel like. But again, one of the things that I really love is like this. This is the reason why 1.20 servers are really cool. You get so many like custom models and stuff like that. Obviously, we're using the server resource pack right now, but you guys can see all the different like custom models and everything that everyone is wearing right now. It's just absolutely insane, and I really do enjoy everything like this. I honestly have no idea what this item is, but it looks freaking cool as heck. And honestly, I haven't played too deep into the server, but I think that's a benefit. I think the fact that this has like so much to offer that I haven't really even been able to like scratch the surface just here in this little preview is honestly a good thing. So it kind of leaves it to your imagination. You guys can see the quality of everything going on right now. It's pretty insane. Yeah, I would definitely recommend you guys come and check this one out for yourself. If you've never really played on a 1.20 server, I feel like this is a really great experience to do so. And you know, you can kind of get your like grips with Skyblock. I mean, it's pretty like straightforward version of Skyblock, but with all the like unique twists and features and stuff, like it's something which you definitely got to put some time into. And if you are struggling, you can always visit the server guide, which is here at spawn. It will just take you to a link to their like forums and stuff, where it's like a player made or community made guide that will help you through the server. So if you do want to come and join the server, then make sure you do use the IP that is linked down in the description. This is you know, you guys can see why this is number 2 on the list. I feel like I don't even really have to talk about all the features on this server for you guys to see exactly why this is number 2 on the list. Like, this is crazy. Could you imagine flexing on someone this freaking, like, look at this. This is crazy. But yes, guys, that is the exact reason why this is at number 2. Come and check it out, and definitely let me know if you'd like to see like an extended series on here, because I got a feeling that this server has like a crazy amount to offer that I haven't even freaking like that I haven't even seen yet. So in at the number 3 spot, we have got EnchantedMC's version of Skyblock. Now, this is season 9 of Skyblock here on EnchantedMC. This has literally just launched like last weekend, I believe. So this is the perfect time to actually come on and join for this season if you wanted to give this server a go. I'm currently on 1.19.4. This is a Java edition server. You guys can come and have a go if you'd like to. IP is up in the top, middle, and of course down in the description. One thing that they've also done very well is the custom texture pack. I really enjoy when servers you know, have these custom texture packs. It did require me to be on 1.19 in order to like activate it properly, so make sure you guys are on that version. But just like we did in the previous ones, we're going to go through a bunch of the features. We're going to like you know, make a start here on the server just so you guys can see exactly kind of exactly how you start off. The features are listed at spawn here, which is upgraded Omni Tool crystals and skins, upgradable armor sets, flying pets, island progression, dungeons, and much more. I'm going to be showing off a couple of things as well today for you guys so that you can kind of take a look at it. Let's go ahead and basically start up our island, or IS create. Here we go to start up our island. We're going to start with a floating island just because, you know, we're gonna have a nice little thing. One thing I will say is they always do very well with like their base island designs. I really like this. It comes with farms. It comes with pretty much everything you need to get started. Nice little cobble gens. Although having said that, this isn't really too effective of a cobble gen if we're being honest. So the way the progression works here on the on Skyblock on Enchanted is essentially you have spawner progression and then you have farming progression. So essentially killing the mobs as a server will gain you spawner experience, which will then allow you to buy enchanted versions of the spawners which sell for more. So essentially you just got to kill mobs to progress through the spawner progression, and then obviously the same thing but with farming. Now, like they said at the start, you do get an Omni Tool. So essentially we have this one right here, which is our farming one. Obviously it's a hoe. You just level up this by doing actions that are essentially related to the tool that you have. So obviously for farming, we're gonna sit here and do some farming. It will essentially level up this tool that you've got. Thankfully, auto replant is like on by default, so you don't have to worry about like you know, breaking the freaking crops. You can just focus on the actual farming. Everything's like auto sell as well, which is one thing that I do really like. It means that essentially you're not gonna be just like freaking filling up your inventory with loads of farming poop, and it's a nice, pretty straightforward way to get yourself started. Like, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously all the farms grow super quick as well, so by the time you're like done farming this farm, everything will pretty much have grown back as well. So it's a very nice way and very satisfying way, I would say, of farming. I feel like they've really got that one nailed down. That's yeah, that's one thing I do really like. Now, one of the really cool features here is that they have dungeons. Now, there is a whole bunch of different dungeons that you can go. You guys can see right here. You got the snowy dungeon, you got the mesa dungeon, you got basically a whole bunch bunch of different dungeons along here. Now, these are all based on like your player level. So right now, you guys can see that I'm player level 2. These have player level requirements. So for example, the Mesa dungeon is a player level requirement of 50, whereas the Snowy dungeon basically has no player level requirements. So we could jump straight into here if we wanted to. I mean, I would do it, but I don't really have any gear to do it right now, so I'm probably not going to jump straight in there. However, you can jump straight in here to essentially get rewards. You guys can see that it literally lists like all the spawners and stuff in there. So there's sheep, snowman, and polar bear in there. Essentially in there, you go in and you fight the mobs as you would expect to, and then you can craft custom items using recipes that they've like added to the game as well. So everything's like super custom in that regard. Now, tying kind of onto dungeons and a whole bunch of other things, you can actually get sets on the system, which is obviously like sets of armor. Now, these all essentially do different things. So for example, this Medusa like set is unlocked on the basis of your player level, which you need to be level 100, and there's a special boost of 7.5%, whereas like the lower sets basically just go down in special boost percentage. And because this is a dungeon set, essentially the special boost percent is like it's within the chance family, so it basically gives you a higher chance to find loot when the armor is equipped. So essentially, if you were going into dungeons, you'd kind of want the best dungeon armor like attached with that, and that's kind of how that works. You get the boost based on that. You then just have like the other like booster sets, so you can get them in regards to like money, coins, rubies, and all that kind of stuff. Enchants. Basically, these all have these own like different requirements and stuff as well, so you can kind of get these unlocked to get all the boosts that you need. The last set that you can get is actually PvP, but I mean, I'm not really a PvPer, so I've never really focused on that, to be honest. And one thing that's really cool on here is like the enchanting system on all the different like tools and stuff that you can get. Obviously, the one that we're using right now is the hoe. Essentially, you just switch the tool that you want to use. So essentially, we can switch between the hoe, the pickaxe, and the sword. Yeah, this is essentially the enchanting menu for this. You can add a whole bunch of like custom enchants into this. There's also tool abilities, which make them look very cool, I do have to say. Yeah, you can essentially apply these skins to get different abilities on it. So for example, the fireball skin gives you the ability to launch fireballs when activated, and it does like a substantial amount of damage. So obviously, if you're using that, that'll be pretty insane in like farming or whatever. So it does go pretty in depth with all the like amount of custom things that you can get here on the server. Again, definitely something and that I need to put a lot more time into. It's a lot deeper than it looks at like first glance. So it's something which you really gotta put a little bit of time into. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory as well. I feel like you just gotta spend a little bit of time on the server to kind of understand exactly what's going on. Again, this is definitely better with like a whole bunch of you guys. So if you've got a group of friends that you want to come on and play with, then that's absolutely awesome. I mean, if you don't, then solo experience is still there. They do also have a enchanted pass, which is essentially like a little battle pass that you can have either the free or the premium pass, which is basically full of a whole bunch of rewards. I mean, you guys can see right here, there's a whole bunch of free rewards and then the premium rewards as well. So again, a very nice little reward system. I really like it when servers have the battle pass and stuff, because it really helps you kind of, I don't know, it also gives you direction, because like with the quests and stuff, it kind of tells you exactly what you need to be doing in order to be like progressing the server as intended. So each realm on here kind of resets every 2 months, and every map has constant updates throughout the map. So you don't really ever have to worry about being like satisfied with what's on the server, because it's going to be consistently updated. And with the 2-month reset time, it kind of gives you enough time to establish yourself on the server and kind of get a season together without having to like, I don't know, rush too much. I feel like that's a good amount of time to get, you know, a nice creative island going at the same time as being competitive and not getting too bored of anything. But again, let me know if you guys would like to see a series on here, because it's you know, something which we could potentially work out. But yeah, guys, that is the reason that this server is at number 3, a very worthy placement. I was honestly tempted to put this one a little bit higher, but yeah, number 3 is where we are going with this one. And of course, with it being a fresh map, it means you guys could also jump on and give it a go yourselves. At number 4 on this list is actually a very cool entry, and I'm really I don't know how I haven't found this sooner. So this is Skyblock.net, and essentially this is like the OG Skyblock server, the first pretty much the first ever one that was released. The people that created this server are actually the people that like created the game mode Skyblock. So it's actually like it's literally like the most OG version of the game that you can get. So they're like original server. This basically has a whole bunch of different like versions of the game on here. Their original server has like over 500,000 active islands on there, which are literally still in the server and still loaded in. You guys can see it right there. We're going to be focusing on the Skyblock survival server for like this portion of the video, but essentially you guys can see that this is if you just want Skyblock in its simplest form, this would be where you would go to get it. This is literally the OG version of Skyblock. So essentially, as you guys can see, the whole preface of this server is the OG feel of it. So you are literally going to create an island, and then you're just going to survive on your floating island. That is essentially it. You can, of course, create a team and bring your friends on, so you can create like a co-op island. But this is, like I say, in its simplest form, just Skyblock as you know it. I'm going to go ahead and select Skyblock 1.1 as my template, and this is it. You guys will know and love this design right here. This like it doesn't get more like nostalgic feeling than jumping onto a server like this. I mean, for goodness sake, the friggin' IP is literally just skyblock.net. Now, one of the really cool things about this server is it does actually support Bedrock as well. So all of you Bedrock users that have been waiting for a more simplistic version of Skyblock, other than like the Akuma, which is obviously Bedrock as well, then this is kind of the version which you guys can jump onto. The IP for that is also just down in the description. It will just be bedrock.skyblock.net, I believe. But this is, like I said, the old kind of feel of Skyblock. It's not a competitive like server at all. So it's more just like a chill, you know, like build out your islands. Like I said, there's no like resets or anything. So you're just kind of grinding on your island, and that's kind of the feel that it has. So one of the really cool features on this server as well is to keep the OG feel. You can actually come over to the shop, visit the shopkeepers, and the currency that you trade with is literally just grass blocks, which I think is super cool. Like being on a Skyblock island, just being able to trade grass blocks for 4 items, super cool, super OG. One of the most, I think, unique features that I've seen in a long while. But yeah, essentially you just trade your grass blocks into anything that you might need, including things like experience bottles, which I think is a really cool thing. I mean, this one literally just sells sweet berries. Like anything you need, anything you want is here. It's in this little area. Now, if you're struggling to like get yourself started because you've been playing so much like feature packed and overpowered insane Skyblock servers, then don't worry. There are a list of challenges that will essentially give you like give you kind of an idea of how to get yourself started on OG Skyblock. If you've forgotten, it literally will just give you these really easy tasks, but all of them are essential to building out your Skyblock island. So why don't we go through just a couple of them and get this done. One of them, of course, place a sapling. Easy peasy. Build a cobblestone generator, an absolute classic. You're given all the tools that you need to do all of this stuff as well, so you don't really need to panic. Pretty much everything that you are going to need is going to be provided for you. So yeah, you don't need to worry about that. Let's get that placed there, and let's get that placed there. That should do what I need it to do. Let's do that. Boom. That is now complete. Easy peasy. Infinite blocks. Craft a furnace, craft a workbench, all that good stuff. We already mined our tree down, so we can now do that. Craft a workbench. Boom. And then obviously you guys know how you make a furnace. But in order to do that, this is literally, this is what I love about this. This is bare bones Skyblock, guys. You are not going to find it more OG than this. You literally have to start off with your wooden tools and get this thing going as you would imagine that you would on a Skyblock server. The good thing is the rewards that you get from it as well are actually going to help you. Like this one, for example, we got a grass block. Obviously, we know now the grass blocks can be traded, and that is essentially the currency on the server. So again, it's just the OG feel of Skyblock. You guys are getting the gist by now. I really enjoy this server. I mean, you know, being able to go back to kind of grassroots Skyblock and be able to playing it in this form is just super awesome. I actually really want to check out what other people that have been playing this server for absolutely years have done, because I think that'll be a really cool thing. For example, we can visit this guy's island, which is technically labeled as Island Top. Now, presumably this is just one part of his island, because I mean, I assume that it probably goes out quite a way. But I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's literally playing music. And this is also, I believe, a casino. I'm pretty sure I read casino outside the front here. Yeah. Like, this thing is insane. You guys just, like, I don't know. They don't make them like this anymore. I wonder if we can go check out, like, the OG server and just see if there's, like, I don't know. Yep, this is definitely an OG server. I mean, look at it. Look at it. This is definitely it. Yeah, I really want to go see if there's, like, a really old island on here somewhere. The fact of having, like, tutorials on how to make a cobblestone generator. I absolutely love it. I mean, I think it gets to a point that it's that basic that we literally can't visit other people's islands. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. I don't know. I absolutely love it. I love the vibe of it. I really gonna like put so much more time into this, because the OG feel of it is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I have not had this amount of nostalgia for the longest time. I mean, you can probably tell that I don't really play on this account, but you know, I need to jump on and actually put some time into my main island, because this thing's crazy. Yeah, that is the reason this is a number 4. It's obviously completely different to all the others. It's just a new entry for me. I gotta have it on the list. I gotta. Since I found this server, it is just absolutely crazy. You guys should come and join if you want the OG version of Skyblock. This is it. And last but not least, in in number 5, we have Cosmic Sky. Now, it's funny. You might be looking at me like right now and thinking, well, let's go. Let's play the server. What's going on? Server's actually in beta right now. You guys may remember Cosmic Sky, okay, for a long time back. And now while I'm talking, I'm going to overlay some gameplay from when I used to play Cosmic Sky many, many years ago. And you guys will remember the series because it is officially coming back. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a summary about Cosmic Sky. For most of you guys, you'll know it. The reason it's this far down in the list is obviously it's not launched yet. So I can only really tell you guys about what I know. Now, hopefully this server should be releasing to you guys in like a month's time or so. We'll have to kind of play that by ear. I mean, you guys can join in their Discord and kind of see the release dates and everything as they come out. But essentially, Cosmic Sky was one of the most unique Skyblock experiences that I ever played. With regular updates being their selling point, like weekly huge updates, this was one of my favorite servers to like keep me entertained throughout the whole like process of a season. I can't even begin to go into like the list of custom features that this server had because it literally starts all the way from the bottom level, which is mining a block, all the way up to like the top level, which was like farming and all the different like things that you can do there. I can't really go into much depth about this, how this brand new season and version of it's going to be. However, from everything that I've seen so far in regards to the leaks in the Discord and all that kind of stuff, this looks to be like a remake or basically a reimagine of the literal like server that I played back in the original like season 2 or 3 of Cosmic Sky when it launched. I had to put it on this list because it deserves to be in the top 5. I just had to put it here though because like I said, it's not launched yet. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like on the new version, but I can imagine that they've done it very, very well. I mean, it was always a very, very well built server, so I can't imagine that it's going to come out badly. Obviously, I can't really go over the features and stuff. I mean, I can list them off what they've got in their Discord, which is inventory pets, masks, custom enchants, armor sockets, custom recipes, starter challenges and tutorials, automation and autobots, obviously player ranks and skills, and yeah, like I don't even know what to tell you. There's so many things that I just can't even go over. You've obviously got adventures as well, which is a PvE game mode. You got IS skills, which I think I already said actually. You've got obviously all the different ones, which is slaying, mining, fishing, all that good stuff. I obviously can't show you guys them individually or even how to get started because it's such an in-depth process that I think even if the server was up, it would take me way too long to explain it. So with that in mind, I guess watch the space around you because Cosmic Sky is coming back. It had to be on this list and it had to be, you know, it needed to mention. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is my top 5 list of Minecraft Skyblock servers for summer 2024. Go out there, enjoy them all. Please make sure you do say that I sent you because I don't know, I'm sure they'd appreciate hearing that. And I'm, you know, I'm happy to have this list. I mean, this is a good list of really, really good servers this summer, and I'm excited to give you guys this list ahead of summer so you can now go out and enjoy your experience in all these different servers. Stay tuned to the channel for a top 5 prison servers coming very, very soon. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this list. If you'd put it in any different order, let me know down in the comment section. I'm genuinely intrigued to see which servers you would put in your top 5, and it kind of notifies me of brand new servers that I may not be aware of as well. So yes, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. So I hope you have enjoyed. Please leave a like if you have. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do that, and I'll see you all in the next countdown of the top 5 Skyblock servers here on Minecraft.